What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? It's your guy, G, the number one Cowboy fan, Hampton, coming at you live, direct, and correct with some Mo news. That's right, MO news that you can use. And welcome to Monday Night Mic'd Up. Give it up. All right, how's everybody doing on this Monday evening as we get ready for the next game between Detroit Lions and Baltimore Ravens? Yeah, so I'm not going to be on here long before you. I just want to kind of share, bring you the information, news that you can use about our Dallas Cowboys and the latest. So, again, thank everybody for being a part of this. You know what? I got to do something, guys. I can't believe I did this, but we got to get this thing right if we're going to do it. Put it up there. Bam! There it is. I got to put the Cowboy Huddle podcast up there. But again, here we are the day after a recap of our Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, final score was 31-14. Let's get right into these stats. I'm not going to keep you long. I want to get right into these stats right now. Let's do this here. Let's do it this way. And here we are right here. 31-14. We scored 3 points in the first quarter, 11 points in the second quarter. Absolutely no points in the third quarter. Absolutely no points in the fourth quarter. Chicago had 14 in the first, 10 in the second, 7 in the third. And when we finally got a chance to stop the bleeding, I guess. But this is where we are. Let's get on down here to what it looks like as far as the numbers. Dak was 31 for 40 with a percentage of 77.5 with 251 yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. It is what it is. Going to rushing, we want to get down to the guy that was running the ball. Javonte Williams had 10 carries for 76 yards with an average of 7.6 yards per carry. Okay. Miles Sanders had 9 for 41 with a 4.5 average per carry. So, yeah, that's damn good, you ask me. But I also want to get into this real quick. Let's get over here let's go into the Bears and see what's going on. So that's our stats. And here we are with Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams was 19 for 28. Percentage rate 67.857. 298 yards. I said 298 yards with 4 TDs. 4 TDs. Yeah. There's your receivers down there doing their thing. Running backs. Which the running backs basically, again, here we are. We're talking about a running game that we have compromised. We have taken the running game, we have gained the run stop to give up the pass defense. We traded one for the other. Let me say that. Yeah, we have traded the one for the other because I guess we're able to stop the run, but we can't stop the damn pass. But that's neither here or there. Also, we get into the receiving. There you go. Burton had 3 for 101 yards, 3 catches for 101 yards with 1 TD. Then we got DJ Moore, 4 for 21, 1 TD. Rome Adonze, 3 for 62, 1 TD. Cole Kmet, 1 for 10, 1 TD. All touchdowns basically resulted in throws against our secondary, our defense. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, man, but I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned, and we can sit here and act as if there's nothing going on or it's still early in the season, but I'm concerned. And there is an article. Let's get into this article real quick. I got to say this article. So about. Then this was brought to us by Heavy, which is a resource out there that put out certain articles. It says Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott makes feelings clear on being benched against the Bears. It says Dak Prescott wanted to finish out the Dallas Cowboys 31-14 week 3 loss against the Chicago Bears despite the game being out of hand. The Cowboys decided to yank Prescott in the fourth quarter down 3 scores. There was nothing left to fight for but pride, but Prescott wouldn't have minded the extra work. I mean, obviously, I wanted every rep. I'm never happy about being pulled out, but you have to be realistic and professional about where the game was, Prescott said. Backup Joe Milton ended the game in relief of Prescott, completed 3 of 5 passes for 41 yards and an interception. I'm not going any further than that because, again, I guess the question is, do you agree with pulling Dak out of the game? Do you agree? Now, what I thought what happened is because he threw 2 interceptions, which really one came off the hands of George Pickens, but I thought maybe um Schottenheimer said, okay, this guy done threw 2 interceptions. Okay, we compete around here. If you don't get the job done, we get somebody. I'm just saying. I'm just being open-minded why this could have happened. So I'm thinking that way. Maybe that's what had took place. And then once Joe Milton came in, it was like, okay, looked like they're still trying to press to score fast to get the ball back or whatever the case may be. So I wasn't for sure which was which, where we just throwing the towel in, or we were just pulling Dak because he was playing poorly or whatever the case may be, and we're going to try to give Joe Milton a shot, which that's not a shot. It's not a shot. Stop. That's more of an insult to put Joe Milton in the game when Dak is still trying to prove something. So my question is, do you guys agree with pulling Dak out the game? I mean, you guys comment down below, but I did not agree with. I felt that Dak should have finished the game. I mean, I don't know what what we quitting. But you say we're competitive, Schottenheimer. You say we compete. We play under pressure. Well, that was pressure right there, Schottenheimer. See, my question is with Schottenheimer. I understand that he's the head coach, but I have to ask this question: who manages the game when Sh- Brian Schottenheimer knows is in the playbook? Who managed the game if Brian Schottenheimer is his nose is in the playbook? Who's managing the game? Because if you wasn't aware, we ran out of timeouts at the most crucial time. We had no timeout. I've never seen us use timeouts that fast. And majority of our timeouts came, guess what? Came from where? The defense. Yeah. A lot of our timeouts came from our defense. And I'm looking before halftime, like, okay, uh, it's like having gasoline in your car and you look down, you've been driving so long, you look down and say, whoa, I'm almost out of gas. I don't have any gas. That's why I looked at when it was getting closer to halftime. I'm like, okay, let me look down and see how many we had timeouts. We had no timeouts. When I think about 4 minutes left in the game, 3 or 4 minutes left in the game, no timeouts. And then we find ourselves in the same situation in the fourth quarter, no timeouts left. So if Brian Schottenheimer has got his nose in the playbook, who's managing the game? And I don't take anything away from Brian Schottenheimer. I think he's doing great with his offense, doing what he needs to do. With the running game, is definitely work. But I don't know if it's Brian Schottenheimer or if it's Clayton Adams that's you got these guys running like that. I don't know. But the offense is definitely doing better than his defense. And his defense is ruining our offense. But yeah, and with that being said, our offense have taken another hit. Yeah, our offense have taken another hit. CD Lamb will be out. It has been told from 4 to 6 weeks. So my question is, let me get this out here quick. My question is, why did we have CD in the backfield? maybe because we wanted to be creative, but why would you be creative when you just created something with two number one receivers to be a threat against the defense? Now you take away one receiver. Now we're going back to what we had last year, cloud over George Pickens and let the other guys beat you. That's where we are. I don't know who bright idea it was to put CD in the backfield when you got Javante Williams, you got Miles Sanders, and you got Hunter Luke. Why are you putting your number one receiver in the backfield? Why is there even a running back, a receiver in the backfield? That's the question. Let the 190 pounds and 200-pound guys tackle your receiver, not a 300-pounder roll up on his ankle like it happened. But that takes me back to who's managing the game. That's my first question with this offense. Now, the question is, can this offense bounce back without CD in the game? What do you do? 4 to 6 weeks? Can we hold on until CD gets back? But here's the problem. CD will have that injury for a while now. That's going to be a lingering injury for a while. Bad call, Brian. Bad call. And that's just with the offense. But this defense, I wrote something down and I said this. Every team will build confidence off of this Cowboys defense. Every team will build confidence off of this Cowboys defense. I don't know about y'all. It's starting to look like more like a Mike Nolan type defense. And people say, well, why don't we fire him? Why would we do that now? We're in the season now. We're playing. So you get rid of Matt Eberflus and you go and get who? Because this is why I said it's so important for us to allow our starters to play in the preseason game. This is why it's so important. Simply because you make the mistakes in the first 3 preseason games to realize, say, hey, this doesn't work. We might need to change this up. I need to get Donovan Wilson out of there. He's not one year. We want to put you in there one year, which he should be in there. Trayvon, these guys cannot play zone defense. So maybe I need to change my defense up to a man. And really, these secondary, they can't play zone. These are not zone type guys. These are Dan Quinn guys. These are not Matt Eberflus guys. So this is the reason you need your 3 preseason games. But that's neither here nor there. We are where we are. So you can't get rid of Matt Eberflus. I mean, you could, but who wants to come in and try to put something together and not even know what your players look like? So 2 things can happen. Either Brian and Matt Eberflus can get together and work this thing out, or they can continue just play the season out and hope for the best. Because see, Matt looks to like one of those guys that basically has his mindset without even making any adjustment, and he'll blame the players before he blame his scheme. He just looked like that type of guy. What do you mean? Well, I put the scheme out there. They got to learn how to run a scheme. No, brother. You have a bend but no break defense. And you're giving up a lot of yards. Within 3 games, we have given up over 70 points within 3 games. So this is how bad this defense is. Start of 3rd quarter. There was a 19-play drive with 11 straight run plays. They held they held the ball damn near the whole third quarter before the Cowboys got back on the field. And I know we want to say, well, Trey Diggs, he's trash, he's trash. Well, let me tell you, all these, you know what made Trayvon Diggs as good as he was in the past? Deron Bland as good as he was in the past. And I said this before. It takes a great pass rusher to make a good cornerback. See, a defensive end that can bring pressure on the quarterback within 3 seconds, 3 to 3.5 seconds, makes the job a lot easier for the cornerback. So I'm not really blaming. I mean, yeah, the cornerbacks have a job, but when you got a quarterback that can stand back there for 4 to 5 seconds and be able to, pick you apart, it's a problem. And again, I'm gonna ask you again: are you missing Micah yet? But it is what it is. People can say what they want to say about Micah. I'm a big fan of Micah, and I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer. And you can't turn your nose up to 54 sacks for nothing. And you're in the uh, top five as far as sack leaders. Okay, but this is where we are. The Cardiac Cowboys. Y'all be careful, man. Y'all be careful. Rooting for this team, man. I understand we all fans. We all know what we expecting, but 31 years, y'all. And I'm gonna play this. I want y'all to hear this, but this we waited all this time for this season, and here we are. Here we are. So on Get Up today, Rex Ryan has some choice words about this defense, and I have the audio right here, and I want you guys to listen to what Rex Ryan had to say about this defense, and maybe you agree and maybe you disagree. But you guys let me know what you think. Let's get into this.
Defense, and we wondered if they would make a stand sort of a la the old Doomsday defense.
Yeah, the Doomsday defense, man. That used to be there with Bob Lilly and company. And for years, Dallas, all that pride in that defense. And what did I saddle them with the day before the game? Doomsday defense. This is what you're seeing right here, the Doomsday. How about Doomsday? How about you stay on top of a threat like Roma Doomsday? I don't know. Flea flicker, you only do this against teams that have no discipline. Why? Because we're going to air it over your head about 20 yards down the field past you. This is the Doomsday defense. And by the way, it's the Soft Day defense, too. I know it doesn't rhyme with D, but I don't care. It's dog stuff. You know that. This defense is an absolute joke. Now, look, that doesn't take anything away from Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, their performance offensively, because this kid is going to be the real deal. I'm telling you, they got the real coach and everything else. But you know who doesn't? The one they wanted to give the game ball to. Remember, they were we just want to give the game ball to Eberflus. What did I say? I said Chicago will give the game ball to Eberflus. That's what the hell's going to happen. That defense stinks.
0 sacks, 0 picks. Caleb Williams did what he wanted. The Dallas Cowboy defense did absolutely nothing. And guess what? Sunday night, they get to see their old friend Micah Parsons with the Green Bay Packers. And again, we don't.
Couldn't have said it any better. There it is, folks. So we got major issues in Dallas, man. And now knowing that CD's out for 3 to 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. Cooper Beebe's out. And his defense sucks. We got some issues, guys. So you guys tell me what you guys think about and how do we correct what we have in place now. Yeah, you guys share your thoughts with me in the comments below. But that's where we are, guys. So let's get ready for the Packers. Micah Parsons is coming to town. All right, guys, I'm not going to hold you any longer. I just want to get on here and share some news that you can use. Again, we don't do clickbait. We give you the news. We're fans first. and then we report the news to you. So do me a favor, make sure you hit the like button below. Make sure you subscribe, hit the subscription button, and also hit the notification bell. And again, like I always say, continue to be safe, continue to be blessed. And if you don't do anything else, be kind. Spread kindness. Do it for the Cowboy Huddle podcast. But not only that, but do it for yourself. Change the way things are going right now. Thank you.